Hello and welcome back everyone. In our previous video about the MerKaBa, we were able to share with you how to activate and manifest your MerKaBa in your own body. In this video, we want to talk a little bit about a special test that we've discovered that we can use the MerKaBa for. And this one we've entitled the MerKaBa and Our Splinters. Now this is going to be very, very interesting because it's kind of like in an experimental phase, but we're already seeing some very, very beautiful miracles taking place with this one. And if you remember, we talked in the last video about the MerKaBa actually having 8 points. What we're doing here is we're stepping inside the MerKaBa, and we know already that we're going to be placing the intention to actually draw splinters to each point of this MerKaBa. Now it doesn't have to have another splinter of yourself on each of the points. It could be 5, it could be 6, it could be 4, it could be 7, it could be all 8. But basically what we'd really like you to do is to just go inside, visualize the MerKaBa spinning, visualize the 8 points, and then simply place an invitation to splinters of yourself or splinters of your soul. Invite them to take place at the points of this MerKaBa.
I want to say something. Maybe you are ill, maybe you have some problems. For very special occasions, you can invite that splinters.
That's a fantastic. Oh, and I knew I. Thank you, Mario, thank you. Yes, this is really a wonderful tool because basically what you're doing is you're inviting these splinters to come and take place at the end of or at the points, because sometimes there'll be things inside of you, like Mario just said, that might be an illness. You might want to heal that illness. Now, if you put the intention while you're inside of the MerKaBa to draw a splinter of yourself that has healed it or has never experienced it, you can draw that splinter to the point of the MerKaBa. And what you're basically doing is there'll be a part of you that the other splinter has also not experienced. So what's basically happening here is there's an exchange of something that splinter hasn't experienced and you have also not experienced.
Yes, you merge together.
You merge them together. Excellent. Yes, absolutely. And what we're finding and remember, this is an experimental phase, so we don't really know how far this is going to go and how powerful it is. But just imagine that these two parts of yourself, these splinters, have merged together. The one has gained, you have gained, you've brought 2 pieces of that splinter together. And you kind of feel already where this is leading to, don't you? This, dear friends, is also returning to oneness. This is drawing our splinters of our soul, ourself, back to the one, this body. But now, because we know we can use this tool, we are actually, if you will, the pilots, the captains that are guiding and merging these splinters back together to oneness. And this can also be if you're going through experiences that are, well, not beneficial for your journey or maybe not be quite so pleasant. Well, you can go into the MerKaBa and you can sit there and you can draw the splinters that have mastered that particular part of the journey. You haven't, so you draw the splinters in, and it might be several splinters, it might just be one. And you can sit and you can listen, you can feel, you can communicate with this splinter. And basically, again, what's happening is it will have mastered that and it'll share with you how it did it. Because it's done, it'll come into the center with you, merge with you. Can you feel it?
I can feel it.
Yeah, yeah. And so you'll take on that what it has mastered. And again, don't forget, there'll be something inside of you, and watch it, visualize it, feel it. Travel the journey, experience it, because that other splinter of you will also take something from you that you've mastered that it hasn't.
Yes.
So there's an exchange here between the splinters that really is absolutely awesome, because sorry,
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's more than that. You just saw it.
It's a completion of the soul.
It's a completion of your soul. So all of the splinters of yourself, you're drawing those all back to you. And goodness gracious, this is just so unlimited that we couldn't even fantasize the amount of possibilities that are here within this little gift that we've received. The MerKaBa Endure Splinters. You know, so what we'd really like you to do is, if you've understood it well enough to be able to go out and do it, go ahead and experiment with it. You can't damage yourself with this because this is absolutely a light-bodied vehicle that no darkness whatsoever can be a part of it. So even if you're wanting to fix some points of darkness within yourself, think what's going to happen is you're going to get different insights into that darkness that you perceive it to be. It may well be turning out to be something else, and you will get your answers. It's another beautiful possibility of this MerKaBa and the splinters, isn't it, sweetie?
Yes. Shall we explain something, what they can do? The exercise.
Two?
Yes.
Yeah.
So close your eyes.
Yeah.
Take a few deep breaths. And connecting with your heart.
Go into your heart, yes, center yourself, visualize yourself inside your heart.
And then
visualize your MerKaBa.
Step in the MerKaBa in the center.
But also see that the 8 points are very, very visible. That somehow they are prominently present.
They're glowing.
Yeah, a beautiful statement, because that is exactly how I see them right now, yeah. Even with my eyes open, I'm seeing them. And whatever it is that's going on in your life, whether it is a healing session that you'd like, or to have something, if you will, transform within your own physical body, or within your emotional, or mental, or spirit body, think of something while you sat here in this MerKaBa. And the beautiful thing about this as well, sweetie, is we know, because we've learned the difference, your soul is going to drop a little idea right into your mind. And it probably just did do. And as that idea forms in your mind, then that is for your highest and greatest good right now. So invite splinters to take place at the points of the MerKaBa for this purpose, to assist you to return to oneness with these splinters. Simply allow to take place, allow them to take their place. Doesn't matter how many there are. And start to communicate with them. Start to feel. Remember, you've got your eyes closed. Most people will need their eyes closed. You might see images appear. You might see symbols appear. You might feel them communicating with you.
Maybe you see a beautiful connection with the splinter, these splinters, and how the energy is flowing around.
But also have the intention that the splinter comes towards you. Have the intention that that splinter merges with you. And as that splinter merges with you, simply allow the thoughts to flow through you. Allow them to take place. Be an observer. Quiet observer. Allow the words to form. And if you feel at some point indeed that they've shared with you, that splinter shared with you, what is going to help you, sit or remain quiet and observe further. It may well be that you will see what your gift is to that splinter. The gift that you've mastered already, that you will give to the splinter. And as you do, there's an explosion. We can only describe it as an explosion. It's as if the two indeed do come back together as one. One beautiful explosion of light energy.
Maybe this energy of the explosion goes to the other splinters to heal them too.
That will absolutely happen.
Maybe there's just a big
ball of energy, yeah.
explosion between all the splinters. Yeah. Everything is possible.
Yeah. Again, folks, this is just so new. We really need you to experiment with it as well. And my goodness, we'd love to hear from you of what you've experienced with this. Come and place it into the Shambhala forum. Become a member and make your comments, place your comments inside there so that we can spread this with all of these other people that are doing the Shambhala oneness. Because if there's one thing that we do know now, sweetie, is that every time we share what we've experienced, how crazy it might seem, it is your truth, it is your experience. So please do share it with us, because we know now that as the one shares the experience, all others have the opportunity to take it on board, and it will change those that are reading it. So you will be helping so many others by sharing your experiences. You got anything else to share?
No, because I'm just sitting in the MerKaBa.
And I don't know whether you can see it on the film, but my goodness, this energy is so high vibrational at the moment. It's not really warm here in Holland today, but I'm sweating like an otter.
So enjoy sitting in the MerKaBa.
Working with the splinters,
yes,
your splinters.
The experience, and do it as often as you want.
Oh yeah, yeah. This cannot hurt. This can only expand you on so many different levels. So please do play with it.
Yes.
Play with it.
Yes.
Yeah, like a curious child. And boy, you will gain great benefits from it.
And before you stand up,
take
a few deep breaths and anchoring into Mother Earth, these beautiful new energies, so that you are aware of where you are at this moment.
Yeah, I would have forgotten that, but I would have stood up in a moment and I probably would have gone, whoa. And that's a very good one, that you remembered that one. Please do be careful as you do stand up after doing this, because you are going to be a little bit dizzy. Thank you for listening, everyone, to the MerKaBa and our splinters. Namaste.
Namaste.